Oh, okay. Slightly darker, slightly better. I don't know why that reset, but not the automatic checkmark thing magic. Okay. Should be done. Should be all good. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Boo, 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 boo. Are we live? Is my stuff working? Yes, says we're live. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, the voice, the sound levels are jumping. So, okay. That's everyone. Maybe I should definitely start a bot at some point, though I will have to program in a lot of very original and funny text generation. Okay, very original and funny. Notification right now was Djinn start. So, let me just actually, whilst things warming up, I'm gonna refresh in my mind the thread about Djinn that I have kept in a tab for actually not that long, because I only reopened it when I, you know, rediscovered it through the CAC Awards and the sequel to it, what was it, Happy, I think, and then I decided to look for it and I found the thread again. Okay, so there was absolutely something here that I remember being interested in regarding like the inspiration behind it or something like that. It's all about try to recreate what I think is the mind of a schizophrenic. It's about Snail, our doom guy who is persecuted by voices in his head. Someone or something is calling him. It is his second half, reclaiming his spot in his mind, soul and body. Hey, Hippocat. Well, you know, half is better than none. Okay, I'm just currently reading the Doom thread again because I haven't actually refreshed it prior to starting this, which I, you know, probably could have been a better idea so that I could just retell what I remembered from it. But okay, this is some puzzles here and there. Reception helps more focus on most combat. Doom. I don't think it says anywhere here whether I should use like software or hardware, so I'm gonna by default stick to software mode. There's a section for tips on map 07, and he did say that map 07 could give me some problems. And I guess that's pretty much it. It's a megawatt for Doom 2 that's supposed to be like an artistic interpretation of mind of a schizophrenic. And I'm always in. I'm always about, you know, unless it's boring like Lost in the Vivo, whatever. I'm always in on stuff like that. And thus, let's actually make sure that all my video settings are correct. Should I be doing... I have to wonder. Should I be doing like this or should I be doing widescreen? We'll find out if anything looks like weird. Display, hardware, post-processing. Actually, wait, no, I'm using software mode. I don't need that. We might switch to hardware and like a tone map thing, but we'll see if like colors begin getting weird. Because in the thread, the screenshots are all from hardware mode, I think, with even filter textures and everything. So anyway, ooh. Oh boy, this... Okay, I'm gonna do something because this looks like it's like hella fuzzy. Okay, well, I have never been able to actually properly understand how the hell this whole resolution selection thing works. Because there is like some crazy anti-aliasing happening that I don't want there. Video mode, yeah, that doesn't change anything. Full screen. Is it okay? It's showing more or less correctly on OBS. Scale factor. Measure scale. Let's. What's happening if I do normal? Oh, there's snake monsters. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually go back to the way I used to do Doom, which is just in the middle without. Yes, I did. I first, when, you know, Doom World was dead for a bit, I whispered him on Twitch, which I don't actually know if that like persists, because it attributed it to being in my previous, like in the last Faithless stream there, because I guess it's kind of the same page here. It's just different tabs on like the stream manager, community, content and such, and I just went like community, followers list, and from there I whispered him. So I don't know, maybe if he comes in, he will suddenly get like 4 whispers that pretty much say the same thing. But then at some point, Doom World came back to life for a bit, like barely. And that was when I messaged him on Doomworld, and he ended up replying a little bit later. So he should know exactly when it starts. He said he will try to be here. I feel like maybe I should just start off with hardware mode, honestly. Hardware accelerated. But I will do... Palette, it is already on, okay. I guess all of this stuff here is already by default kind of on, like I wanted. This route... I'm actually gonna stick with... Ooh, I don't know how I like the spinning sprites. I'm gonna stick with full aim for some godforsaken reason. Hey, Zolge, welcome. You shouldn't be afraid, because I have played DTST and I loved it. Well, I liked it. So, you know, if you've been around, you should know the reception that got. Though the author was not, I don't think he was really like afraid of people having opinions about it. More like he just disagreed with them. But still. Okay, what? Is there another? Yes, there is another shotgunner. So actually, I'm gonna bring back. It is Doom. It feels like sacrilege to use mouse look now. Shall I, Zolga? Maybe you have an opinion on this. If you don't, I'm gonna do no mouse look and auto aim. But is this set up in a way where mouse look actually like makes it better to play for someone who is used to no mouse look? Because in some cases it might be like monsters really high up or low down or things like that. Where was even the goddamn auto aim? Here we go. Oh, it's already on. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna stick with auto aim for a bit because I kind of like that. Do these guys just keep appearing here? Because I feel like I keep killing all the shotgunners and then another one. Ah. I also will. It looks like I should do default here. But most of them happy. In happy, not I'm happy that. Well, I'm gonna play without, and I have just understood what was happening with me getting stuck on there, because I assume that these holes have like torches or something in them that are gonna rise, and I was getting stuck on them due to infinite tall actors, so I've changed that just now. Well, I mean, I've just changed compatibility to default instead of Doom Strict. That makes sense to do. Okay, I don't need to use shotgun on those kind of guys. But yeah, for a second there I read, like you said, I'm happy it breaks stuff, and I'm like, okay. It's kind of weird, but also something said, oh, it's this thing probably giving light. Starting to think. Oh, there's an invisible wall here. Start to think about further changes. What will this look like? Honestly, screw it. I'm gonna play like that. I'm gonna play this. Hey, Hazmati. So we've got the author here already. So, you know, be considerate. And whatnot. Okay, don't be considerate. Maybe the author is kind of an M. I will... Probably pointless for me to be like, oh, what? Okay, no, not that. Probably pointless for me to be like 100% trying to note every little thing, like graphically, for example, that I would have done different. Which, there's always a lot. In the best words, there's always a lot. But, one thing that I would have done is I probably would have not employed invisible walls that you cannot, well, that are invisible. Maybe I would have put that little border closer here and made that invisible wall, but you know, that is, I guess, I want to say it's a small thing, but I guess it could, for some people it could be kind of annoying. I have just, you know, now that I understand where they are, I know my range of movement, but it doesn't seem like the best choice to do that. Also, what is that red thing? What is that red thing up there? You know what, I'm just gonna... I don't think this... Also, where the hell is all my... What the hell is all that HUD? I'm gonna scale. Man. Ah, freaking resolution options in GZ Doom these days. I don't understand what's up with kids today who make stuff like that. Anyway. Yeah, well... Yeah, I don't really have an answer. I wonder what that red thing is. It looks like some weird bush with brambles coming out of it or something. I wish I could be... Oh, no, wait, that's just the corpse of the fucking lizard. Okay. Yeah. Well, the Twitch delay strikes again. It reminds me of something. I mean, those heads remind me of that thing that I played. What was it? A Vector. Which Touchdown apparently continues to be surprised that I like. Okay, like one little thing. You know, I think in your thread... Hey, Money Spider. I think in your thread you said, like, I need your help to improve. I don't want to presume that you still do, or that you know... I mean, obviously everyone always has room to improve, so I'm just gonna say things that I think. I think that this particular thing here, having these little really thin edges to this little hole in the rock, look really weird. It's like paper thin. Almost makes me think of the Hellkeep in Doom 1. You know what I'm talking about, I hope. Okay, I've killed everyone. Can I... yeah, it looks like the E4 sky to me. Can I jump or crouch in this? Also lower unpegged and, you know, alignment, but that's minor. Can I jump and crouch in? What the hell is up with my throat? Why am I suddenly like... or gurgly. Okay, which is good, so I can manually disable it. I'm fairly certain... Oh, no. I guess I'm pink. Well, I mean, obviously, what else would I be? Where was it even? Gameplay options? Just so I don't accidentally do any of that, I'm gonna off them. But, you know, those options are always in the map info and such, so you can disable them and override. I guess you don't completely override, but if the people are reasonable and put things to default, it will stick to what the author intended in the WOD. Also, this hole in the column looks physically weird, but honestly, like, maybe that could be the point. Now I'm thinking where to actually go. Probably here. Probably this big obvious thing in here that I forgot about because I ran away from the guy with a grenade launcher. Man, I have missed guns after that much heretic. I have missed guns, goddammit. Well, I'm no stranger to cryptic progression, and I've got you here to give me hints if I need them. Actually, maybe I am a stranger to cryptic progression, I don't know. I said that as if, like, it's something that I don't disapprove of, but I have no idea if I'm good at actually, like, figuring stuff out. And, right, well, I mean, some people would say that the Doom Super Shotgun beats the Doom Shotgun, but I don't know if I would agree. I'm gonna destroy this cursed thumbnail and quick save at WOD 2. But yeah, I'm not as big a fan of the SSG as some people. Okay, what do those do again? Ah, they do that kind of stuff, and also homing, apparently. I don't remember, they have a name that I think I knew at some point, but I don't remember it. Something hits me from somewhere, maybe that's just... No, someone's shooting shit. Okay, those are the guys shooting shit. Okay. Kakal, yeah. I remember noting the name because nothing about it says Lich to me. Because it doesn't look like a skull or undead in any way. Okay. Oh, that's a limited range attack. Okay, interesting. I guess maybe he looks a little bit more bony than normal ones, but... Ah, right. Homing stuff. Overall, I don't really have a logical reason. Oh, cool. I guess his ribs, I think he has ribs. I know in the new games the Arachnatron has ribs in his skull, but, you know. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, but I never used to be a big fan of just, like, using freely publicly available custom monsters, because I always have found a lot of them to be really dumb. But, you know, there's probably enough selection there that you could just pick the good ones. Okay, my main hope is that I also... Is there Ruins of Zos? Okay. I see that armor. I don't see how to get to that armor. If I cannot jump. I hope there's no... Well, I mean... there might be archwell jumping. Which, you know, I will never do archwell jumping. Because I don't want to have 50 health or more gun just to try and get a secret. Well... That was it, okay. That was fast. No secret. Okay, I guess I missed how to get the blue armor. Ruins of Zos. That's an interesting picture. Ruins of the one temple. You know, the one. Snail has to deal with his own shade back to the past. Back in a world where men did not exist. Where the abyss reigned upon the land. Where the stars and the gods were fearsome and well known. As soon as he touched the sand, he recognized his sorrow. Snail gazed at the ochre ocean. They were calling him again. His path had finally come to an end. He took a deep breath and he approached the temple in the ruins. Cool. Ochre, I think, is like a color, or like a tan yellow color. Hi. I hope I had to kill him. I mean, shoot at least. I hope I at least had to try and shoot him. Maybe. Snail is me. I'm Snail. He turns invisible, he teleports. I don't know what he does, but I don't want to be shot with a rocket again. Okay. Apparently I cannot escape the, like, player character bots from... Maybe I should just run. Maybe I shouldn't be sticking around here. From Heretic yesterday, where I hated them in Faithless. But this guy actually made me think more of like that ninja in Shadow Warrior. I don't know what the hell that enemy is, but he's dead. He might be some sort of recurring, like, the other half, the shade, the whatnot. Okay, now this sort of step usually screams of a secret, but there what? We don't really need it anyway, because there's the other ledge thing. I'm just gonna see if there's anything, because I always like following ledges. Yes, there's armor. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it anymore. Okay, now I'm just gonna wait for people to come to me. Okay, there's a doorway and there's apparently... Oh, that's a teleporter. Should I have... Hi. Man, it feels so much better dealing with this sort of shit in Doom than in Heretic for whatever reason. Maybe because there's... Maybe it's just a general statement that I shouldn't have made, because literally this is just not as cluttered with obstacles as Heretic was, and the monster's attacks are straightforward. Okay, it puts me where the armor was, I think. Yes, okay, they are still coming. They are still coming. Shit, I can't run across that thing. Right. Makes sense. Well, I'm gonna go around then, and maybe not. Maybe I'll greet some people. Okay, I'm gonna go around the other side and see about that doorway, because secrets are cool. And, you know, useful. I like them. There was a thread recently on Doomworld. Someone was like, why the fuck people like secrets? I guess it was more like, why the hell people care about 100% secrets, finding them when they play. Also, this comes with a credit file for the soundtrack, but I cannot be arsed to look up what the... Oh, interesting. What the songs are, and most of them are... I probably don't know. So, there's that, but... You know, that's... courteous. Okay, I guess that's... Unless I can just use this now. I mean, I guess I can shoot those guys, but I can barely even see them in the first place. I'm gonna just... You know, in Doom I feel braver than in Heretic. I'm gonna take this, actually. I have not taken this. Okay, there's a chainsaw. Find some meat, but it's actually gloves. Right. I guess it's just a reskin. Was there something? Oh, no, that's a lamp. Okay, so I found the gloves. And I'm assuming they're just gonna work like a chainsaw then. And I'm also assuming that that was not ever a secret. None of that was ever a secret. And I just have to go in that doorway and nowhere else. Maybe... Honestly, maybe because I'm not on Plague with fast projectiles, yes. Oh yeah, I've got some... Nah, I'm not gonna continue with that. But thank you for the prompt. Okay, I'm assuming I can more or less safely fall down there, but there's some specters or something. I don't want to do that because I don't want to shoot them with a rocket by accident. I also don't really know if I want auto-aim on in this situation, because I want to rocket the Mancubi, but I bet it's gonna aim on the specters. Okay. All good. You know, the dynamic lighting thingamajig on the torches really helps this scene, because it would have looked just really basic in, I guess, software mode without the lights and such. So I'm glad I turned it to hardware, because it, I mean, it's still really simple, but it looks pretty decent to my eye. Yeah. Maybe because I like dark cavernous holes. Holes, H-A-L-L. Hopefully everyone understands that that is what I said. Shall I try? No, I shall not try. I was about to maybe consider trying to make them infight, but screw that noise. I'm just gonna shoot them, maybe not. Maybe I'm just gonna ignore the... I could try to jump over to where he is. Yeah, let's... I have... No, actually not that many shells, you know? Door? Yes. Ah, fine. I don't think those Hell Knights are gonna be much of a problem. For some reason their projectiles are shining pink. That does not really compute. Oh right, I've got this. Oh, hey, there's some stuff. Okay, apparently there was a hit scanner there. Yes, there are several. Nice. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, snatch that through the bars. Any key will open this door. Hey, this reminds me. Okay. Okay. That is how long it took me to read 2 messages, by the way. But I was gonna ask. I guess the black key texture. I'm mostly asking because of a coincidence that I'm using one in my project. But in my project it marks doors that look like doors but do not open, just for clarity. And I guess here it marks doors that cannot go on by any key. Hey, secret maybe. Wow, he's actually killing shit through the bars. Holy crap. Dude doing work, come on. Watch the zombie man win. I'm not even mad. Yep, there's another one, okay. I kinda wanna leave that for until I need a lot of healing. Ah, but... ah, so is it like... internally... Oh, hi. Is it internally considered like a door that can be opened by literally any key ever, but you only get the black key in here? Is that how it's done? Cool. Well, by cool I mean interesting to know. And you know. Oh, hi. It's a good workaround. There goes some of that cryptic progression, I'm assuming. Oh no, maybe not. Where's the line, John? Okay, there's the line. Oh. Oh, I could have done that the whole time. But that wouldn't have done much. That wouldn't have done like minor additional damage. Okay. Huh? Oh, hey, old friend Kakolich. Well, now I kind of... Kinda maybe want to get the Hell Knights mad at them. Oh right, that shit's homing. Well, that's not gonna help me. Hey, there's some shells, there's some armor. There's some rockets. Baby, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna jump on top of all the specters here. Okay, so the liches are kind of scary, I realize now. Maybe screw all that effort. Well, there we go. Are they fighting each other? I think they might be fighting each other. Well, who am I to say what kind of relationship they should have? Let's just proceed to this side. Oh, really? Well, the music is pretty quiet compared to everything, but let's put it to full blast. It's cool, I like it. I'm completely missing that. Maybe not completely. Okay, so the liches are occupied. Oh, that is a bit far. I wonder if they can actually hurt each other. Because if they cannot, that would be perfect. They would just be trapped there for me. Okay, maybe you come up from behind. Right, let me just deal with whoever's down here. For the numbers. Oh. Eee! Fuck off, mate. I guess he freed himself. Maybe the other one is dead now. Wait, no, here. New people. Ah, bollocks. Well, I live. Shit, that guy's going. Oh, okay, well, I live. Yeah, I figured, you know, what with the fire breathing and whatnot. Let's pick up some medkits. I'm fairly sure that there are some left. Here and there. Thus abouts. I don't know what the hell has gotten into my throat passages right now that is just preventing me from speaking clearly, but hopefully it'll go away eventually. I think it's probably just because I literally like hurriedly ate my dinner before this stream and just about had the time to finish watching the latest, I mean not the latest, but one last episode of that chapter. Okay, so I've done all that. Let's... Shit, well... Okay, dead. Let's go in... Here, because I want to find out how to get inside, get the armor and... I mean health. Not the armor, who gives a shit about armor? There is no armor. Maybe it's like you go through there and it goes around behind the corridor. Yeah, this thing here. Sometimes it's good to have some secrets that are just super obvious. It does good to your self-esteem. Right, okay. I think... Is there still a shell box left somewhere? I'm fairly sure that there was at some point. I'm also kind of interested. I will actually look up later what the music is. Because this one is pretty cool for like... pretty much this setting. And I want to know. Okay, that did something. I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna start saving. That did something. I don't know what there was to be done. But let's look around. There's that place and that place, both of which... Oh, wait. Was this always here? I don't think that was always there. Unless it was. I don't think it was, no. Because I was specifically looking how to get onto here. No? No. Silent Hill 2? Really? Where the goddamn hell does it play in Silent Hill 2? Game is still quiet. Well, sure, how about... Oh, interesting, Hazmati. Well... Okay, hopefully now the game is slightly better audible. Let's see, it had... I don't know what it was from. From something that I seen that was very loud. I'm gonna have to readjust the volume of everything else now. Because I have just... Or maybe this here was... Yeah, master volume here is low. Maybe I can put that back and... Because it was more or less set up for other games as well. It's like -60. I don't know why it's like that. I'm gonna just put the master volume here a bit more. Ah, I don't remember what was straight before the double pyramid head. I feel like the... Oh. Are you looking to play that Hazmati, like, ever? If I catch to stream them. But I know there's that corridor where you hear things. But I don't remember if it was before or after that place. But yeah, I guess let's not specify anything. Oh, shit. Didn't Hippogate say at some point that he was interested? Hippogate, didn't you say at some point that you were mildly interested in Silent Hill? Oh no, I think I've done it dumb. I think I've done it really dumb here. Ah, well... I guess it's all for Hazmati's sake then. Yes, exactly, Money Spider, that was exactly what it was. To be honest, I wasted all the plasma on the Archie, which I guess I never really had the choice not to, because he would not have even remotely died from that crusher. Maybe I can use some rockets before they reach me. At this point. Also, I could have escaped. Good to know. Well, okay. Obviously here I'm gonna do this, because everyone does this. Nail him in the holes. Good thing this is not Doom 64. Oh, really? Well, then I feel silly, because it looked like a fast crusher that does like 3 damage. And then let's go. Ah, Silent Hill 3, yeah, well... Silent Hill 3 actually is tied to Silent Hill 1, so... You should have played that first, but I guess Silent Hill 1 is pretty old and PlayStation 1 looking, and probably kind of harsh for some people. Though I feel like gameplay perspective, Silent Hill 1 might have been my favorite. I've played 3.5 of them. 3 was really cool. Honestly, they all were really cool. I was not actually as into 2 at first as most people were. Faithful Reminder. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't trust Konami to like press a button that said make a good game these days. I like Silent Hill 2 more now, but I used to kind of like I guess mostly because the atmosphere, I kind of enjoyed more the hardcore like Silent Hill 1 style, black void gratings instead of the floor, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, I heard something about that. Well, Hazmati, Konami has been really shit for a long time. But also that, which I didn't even mean when I said it. I just meant that Konami is shit. And has been for a long time, but yeah, I remember now that was the thing I heard. You know what? This little... Unless this wall opens, which is possible, but let's just pretend that this wall definitely isn't gonna open in any way. This little geometrical thing here makes me think of like a Might and Magic 6 dungeon layout, and here I guess. And I appreciate that, but I think those walls are gonna open? Maybe they won't. You know what, maybe I was prejudiced against slightly like indentations in walls. Ah! Konami made like fucking... You know, Silent Hill is a big franchise. And they say, you know what we'll do? We'll make pachinko machines. Unless it was Castlevania, I don't remember. Castlevania might have been pachinko. Silent Hill might have been like an arcade, like pistol shooter that they made. I think actually, yeah, Castlevania was the pachinkos. But still, they pretty much just like single-handedly destroyed. Oh, I guess I have a backpack. Let's go get that shell box if it still exists. So they just pretty much manually destroyed all of their properties and fired everyone who, or you know, everyone left who could have done anything good with them. Right, it was from... Was it from this? Okay. Ah, let's not go that direction. That direction teleports you in again. Okay, where was that box? Was it in here, perchance? Unless I picked it up. But yeah. Climbing got weird, man. Real weird. Which is a shame. I don't really care about Castlevania one way or another, but Silent Hill was a great series. I mean, before the American games, but of the American games, Shattered Memories was pretty good, I thought. I have never played it actually, but from everything I've seen, it seemed pretty good. It was Last Chance for the Shells, maybe they were in here. But I might have just picked them up by accident at some point. Honestly, I have 52, I shouldn't be too troubled. Hop, hop. But yeah, honestly, Silent Hill 1, you know, if you have tolerance for... Yeah... For the aesthetics of PS1, I think it looks pretty good. And it's a solid game. It's not like that kind of old game that is just too clunky to be playable. It is clunky as hell, but that's just kind of like third-person survival horror. As always like that. Oh, I don't want that invisibility. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna wait here for it to run out, or, you know, wait behind these to pick up all this shit. Yeah, I mean, everyone thinks that way, I'm fairly sure. Everyone who knows how invisibility works. Though, to be fair, in Zoom, they did add the proper, like, invisibility effect on it, so that enemies who don't see you, or who haven't seen you or heard you... Ah, yeah, I see those skulls. Might be switches. So, like, enemies legit don't see you for a bit. Which is a questionable choice. But I guess that goes kind of hand to hand with source ports in general. That add new stuff. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, with Mancubi, they are built around having predictable patterns, which... If Touchdown was watching this, he probably chuckled a bit at me saying that, but that makes sense as nothing else but a trap. I would have never imagined it not being a trap, but yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, we'll see how that works. I'm gonna play happy, too. Though, in the interest of shaking things up, I don't know if I'll play happy directly after... Brick. Okay. Directly... Oh, that was not timed. Directly after Djinn, or maybe with something in between. But that was what reminded me, oh yeah, I did want to play Djinn. It's kind of funny how, back way before I moved to Twitch, and before my big break of streaming at all, when I was streaming on YouTube with kind of irregularity, maybe this is the end? Yes. I had a Doom level queue, which Djinn was in, but I never got around to it because I just kind of stopped streaming. So I had it on my radar for like many units of time. I don't know if many years would be accurate, but I'm pretty sure it was still downloadable when I noticed it first. Because, I mean, honestly, I've noticed it because it was somewhere, you know, high up in the first couple pages of Doom, like of WODs and mods. Because that's how I notice things. Either I get recommended or I go in What's and Mods and I check like 2, 3, 1 page and see what catches my attention. And I'm fairly sure that's how I stumbled upon this. And since then I wanted to play it, but it always kept being pushed like in favor of something that just felt a little bit more like, okay, I want to play this now, damn it. It's like, okay, I want to check it out, but I'm not super crazy about it. But it was cool when, you know, I found Happy in the Caca Words mention, then I found that Djinn was not downloadable, and I contacted you, and I was like, okay, now I'm going to just play it now. Kill this. Okay, the Lich. Oh, that's not the Lich. Interesting music. I can pick all this up and not suffer any consequences. Well, I'm gonna tickle this guy to death. I guess there was not gonna be... I already forgot if the thread said about text messages. If they were gonna appear like after every level or just sometimes. Honestly, I would have not minded those like messages after every level. Each knows. You know, for a third level, this feels kind of like an end of the episode level. The beginning here. Oh, so the first level was like an episode, or that was like a intro style, just because it's pretty much impossible to make it before the first level. Which honestly I've always wanted, I've long wanted in Doom to be able to put a text block before the first level. But the only way to do that, unless you're scripting, is I guess to have like a dummy map that ends immediately and gives you a text box. Okay, someone's going crazy in the music room. That flew everywhere but where I wanted it. Oh, maybe that was like an invisible monster. Okay. There is a certain... I don't want to say like fatalistic, but a certain kind of resigned quality to the phrase, any key will open this door. On some level, maybe it fits the themes. Earlier I watched... what's his name's video on What's That Game? You know what I'm talking about, right? Nitro Red and the video on something ending in Mori, I think. Some new, fresh RPG Maker psychological horror-ish, not really that much horror, but like psychological thriller game. Whereas, like, part is in kind of like a dream world. Oh, those are proper shadows. I didn't know that lights could cast proper shadows in Doom. Hey, Omori, yeah, that one. Hey, Zolge. When you were making this, could the lights already cast shadows like this, or is this a cool side effect? Because this looks like from freaking System HD. So yeah, I watched the video on Omori, and I was like 25% annoyed by it, and 75%... No, 25% annoyed, 50% can begrudgingly admitting that it looked cool, and 25% more I actually kind of forgot what I was gonna put there, but whatever. So I guess intrigued? Yeah, intrigued. I have no idea what GLDevs does. Is it just putting lights to like sprites? I have never actually worked with Doom specific technology before. Why am I using single shotguns? Well, I could be using chainsaw, by which I mean gloves, but you know. I guess I'm using Shilling Shong because I'm a reasonable human being and I care about the environment, by which I mean ammo preservation and not wasting resources. Invisible? No. So yeah, that did kind of, that worked out because I did not like go out of my way to watch that, but it got linked in the Discord server. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what the hubbub is about this game. And I am into psychological horrors unless it's kind of like underwhelmingly done. But that, it did kind of put me more in the mood for this kind of thing as well. Because I'm really... you know what? Just this whole like... begins with this like heavy Egyptian theme. It makes me think of Yumi Nikki and how that had a heavy like Aztec, I want to say, kind of patterns everywhere and kind of... So it maybe just reflects what the protagonist finds fascinating or believes there's something more to like the Egyptian culture or associates it with mystical ideas. And thusly his head constructs a place from before men were existed and like whatnot as an Egyptian themed environment. So that's kind of cool. I'm of course talking in extremely basic terms about all of this, but that's how I am. I am a basic person. From my cooking ability. To clarify, I mean my cooking ability, of course, nothing else. Well, I mean, if I wrote that down like I just said it, I'm sure it would fly off the hands. Or fly off the shelves? What's the phrase that says something about hands? Fly off the shelves, but also... Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, if it's all meant to depict like a mind of a schizophrenic, as you openly and blatantly say, or, you know, we can stop pretending we know anything about mental illness, and I'm just gonna start saying like a crazy mind, which, come to think of it, maybe is more disrespectful, but whatever. Basically, I already know that none of this is real, obviously, so there's not like a story that really happened or anything, but I am gonna have fun just putting the pieces together and imagining why the character, what his mind is like, that he like imagines these things or believes them to be real and stuff like that. And this like super descent. I have always been fascinated with the theme of just like continuous descent into the earth. So I'm not gonna mention how this feels a bit repetitive, because that's not the point. Jesus Christ, there's more and more. Maybe that's also... maybe that means something, that there's just like more and more enemies in the same kind of places. Not like intentionally, but I mean it could be interpreted as something interesting. Hey, what if Egyptians had a SCP, whatchamacallit, infinite staircase? Maybe it would look like this. Ah, there is a story, so maybe, so okay, I don't know if I should be asking this and like you should be answering, but by a story, do you mean that it's implied that something went on and this is like his interpretation of things? Or do you mean that something is actually happening, like really happening to him as we are going through this? But I don't know, Hazmati, by the way, just to add to that, I kind of like that, but I like when the character does not think that. I said it during Lost in Vivo. I like it when the character thinks that it's all real, but it's all like fabrication in his mind. I really like that kind of story. But Lost in Vivo's problem was that immediately it started off being like, okay, this is therapy, psychology, probably just all one big metaphor, and not even like anything that you believed or anything. So that's why Lost in Vivo lost me, ironically enough. Inside him. Oh, so it's not like Silent Hill where he's going through like a city block and murdering everyone while seeing Egyptian ruins. Well, I will definitely... I don't think... The only... I have abandoned 2 playthroughs in my life that I can remember. And both of them were pretty long ago. One of them was Half-Life mod game total conversion thing called Gunman Chronicles. And another was some Super Mario Bros. 3 like Kaizo hack. Well, Hazmati, I'm glad I was able to be a positive influence and brought you to your senses. But, you know, don't let Lost in Vivo turn you off the sort of psychological stories where you're playing inside someone's head. And I guess I kind of jumped something, assuming that nothing was actually happening. But that's a default assumption, because I don't want to be like explaining that he's actually been transported to some place and so on forth. But I really like it when like he, as Snail, he believes he is like here and going down this weird abyss in some ruins. It's like he's having a fever dream or something. I really like that kind of stuff. Yeah, Cryofear was alright. Should I? This is prepping me up for something that I probably wouldn't be afraid of. But there's stuff... Oh, hi. I've got... What did I get, actually? I've got a black key that's not displayed anywhere that I can see. Yeah, I've got exactly for this. I'm gonna just check out more down here before I leave, because it could be some type of secret. I also kind of want to just use a switch, because it looks like a switch, and I want to just use the wall behind this pillar, but I don't know if that's cheesing it. Huh. What, where? Ooms. I have never felt this powerful in all my life. How did I not get hit by anything there? Aren't I the best? Okay, maybe I should use this a bit. Right, you know what, let's... What's happening? Something's happening, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I do remember the black key door, but I wanna... Because I saw that there, and I'm hanging out, basically seeing... Okay, I'm gonna leave those items for a while. Hopefully that's pressing that switch didn't break much. Ah! Also interesting shape with all the... This map, honestly, like... This map reminds me of how the auto map looks in Turok 2 in the Hive level sometimes. Okay, cool. But I like the, like, arcing shapes. Hey, I see you, bastard. That looks like some sort of nightmare demon. Inverted. Oh, oh. Oh, I guess this guy was blocking me. So where's this music from? I really like the mood that it creates. And you know, in the previous map and in this one, it's all like I can't think of some other vibes and styles of music that I would put to this like Eternal Descent, dark, sinister catacomb ruin type thing. But this track is definitely one of the few that would fit like perfectly, and it does. The other would be something that reminds me of what I heard in a playthrough of that one Serious Sam mod that like changes the wallpaper or something. Whatchamacallit, I don't remember the name of it. But it just basically, or that song by those guys that plays in that video that someone did about like the abandoned MMORPG where he met someone after exploring just the abandoned world. Masked Ball by someone, I think the track was, and it was just basically some sort of prayer recited, being, you know, played backwards, and some music. Yeah, the textual soundtrack is there. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. There's the st.txt. Silent Hill 1 track 2, I think. If this is map 3, unless this is 02, in which case it's Silent Hill 3 Once Weaker Self. Because Silent Hill 2 Only a Nightmare is map 1, it says, but you said the map 2 was, unless that was not maybe that was map 1 and the first desert was map 0. This does seem like something that would have come out of 3 or 1. Well, I mean, you say that, but this file here states 01 SH2 Only a Nightmare, 02 SH3 Once Weaker Self, 03 SH1. So I guess that level just does, oh, maybe it's intro Hypnotized by Eupham Mammoth. Maybe just the numbering is wrong. So I'm guessing this is Silent Hill 3 Once Weaker Self. Is it the... No, I don't think it would be the merry-go-round music. I guess Silent Hill music is just really good for this type of thing. And it's a cool use of it as well, because it's pretty different from what was depicted in the games, but it works perfectly with it. But yeah, Masked Ball, some, I think, female composer, I don't remember the name. I remember like slightly how it sounds like, but I don't want to embarrass. Actually, why not just look it up? I have it on my like music collection. So the track is called oh, Jocelyn Pook. So Jocelyn Pook, I mean OOK, Masked Ball. No, I mean the composer of this track. I mean the one that I was talking about earlier, Masked Ball. And so basically just like sinister, inaudible prayer chanting kind of thing, maybe backwards for bonus points, is like another thing that would fit this kind of atmosphere, is what I was... Oh, hi, yeah. Well, I know I'm coming back to those items down in the below. Why have my headphones backwards? Because when I killed that guy, I could have sworn the sound came from this side when he died. Maybe he just like warped quantum mechanic entanglement to one of the other guys here. Ah, okay. The throne got dumped. That looked like a throne. I'm assuming it was supposed to be a throne, but it got like pranked, dumped down. Okay. So that was the yellow... Oh, I see the keys now. The black key was displayed, but I was not looking in the top corner for it. Okay, I've already got full this. I guess I didn't need that. But I'm gonna now go beyond the yellow door and get the prize money items. Oh, now when I'm fighting Mancubi, I consciously notice how reliant I am on knowing that their exact pattern never changes. And kind of happier I am about having modified it for shit haha, where they fire randomly. Okay, I've learned my lesson. I want some powerful. I have no idea what it was all about. I'm just gonna look at the map, take a peek on the map and see if there's any things, but maybe it's like, maybe I need both. Interesting texture. Also, just now in the music, I could have sworn that I heard some element of like music box, but maybe not. Like a little kind of made me actually think of the Mr. Whoopi from GTA 3/Vice City. I don't want. Oh, I was about to say I don't want to deal with that guy, but I guess he didn't die anyway. Still should use that. Okay, so I press them all. Hopefully it means something. Ah, it probably lowered some of this shit. Ah, I see. Okay. Don't need that. Actually can't. Take that. Take this now. Can't take... Look like there's some behind them, but I guess not. Early. Too early for that. Okay, I'm gonna save. Because I'm afraid. A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. And let's go. Oh, Legs head. What the fuck is Legs? I'm sorry. But I was like, hey Mike, but no, it's not Mike. Party of 6. Well, you know. Almost Mike's level. Hey everyone, I'm playing Djinn, which is a very exclusive material because you cannot get it online anymore. I guess he does kind of Mancubase type shit. And I'm seeing all these popular Realm 667 monsters for the first time because I never play levels that use them. Ah, you are the fuck, as I said. Well, that makes sense. That answers my question thoroughly. Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna blame Mike for no matter whose fault it actually is. Whether I benefit or not, I'm gonna blame Mike. Well, there's split opinions on this one, but I'm liking. This is only map 3 and I'm liking it so far. Because I really like the atmosphere and the good music choices. And it looks nice with the lighting. Usually I'm not a fan of like Doom features. But sometimes they enhance the visuals significantly. See there was the Mr. Whoopi theme again. Running away from wife, what kind of... Is that the game that you said you had enough of? What is the game where you have to run away from... This is one of those guys' like Yandere themed games. Whatchamacallit. I don't remember their name, but they have a playlist for their games on Mainly Badass Heroes channel. Yeah, those are... Well, I mean, Spectre Pinkies. Spectres are Spectre Pinkies, Hazmati, but those are like Nightmare Pinkies reversed. Hi. I'm also really refreshed to be playing Doom after having played a lot of Heretic for a long time, so yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna hold that against you for the rest of your life, Hazmati. Such a mistake cannot be forgiven. You've done me a great offense and dishonored me and my ancestors by calling them Spectre Pinkies. I cannot believe you would do that. What was that sound? That was some other... Now that's some fuck shit. Okay, I'm gonna observe his patterns while he's fighting some idiots over there. Or maybe not. Fuck it, let's just send some rockets down there. Yeah. I am not gonna good at Doom myself. I am gonna persevere. Yeah, this is not Hippocate. Have you been here this whole time thinking this was Mike's stream or what's... Wait, I'm... Wait. Ah, that, okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought Hippocrat just had a sudden realization that this was not a Mike's stream, but he meant it in a different context. So, what's all that talk about chat spawning Doom enemies? It says it's some sort of chat controlled chaos mod, but for Doom. That sounds interesting. I've been enjoying chaos mod in Arcane Dimensions for Quake. And Doom was almost Quake. Ah. Go away, you fucking ball. Interesting. Hey, Hippocat, see, there's one of them robots there. I'm gonna entrust you to shoot your shit. There we go, thank you, Hippocat. Such unreasonable moderation in my chat, immediately banned, just no chance. No possibility of parole or appeal. But you know, it makes Hippocat feel powerful, I assume. And that's why he comes here, even though the games he doesn't give a shit about usually are what I'm playing here. Oh! Raiding is when you gather a band of brigands and you go and just pillage the shit out of some village, roughly. I guess it could be some sort of castle as well. Hi, but what the fuck is that? It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna work better on me because I am not used to all these custom monsters that people probably know by heart. Okay, those, I'm assuming those are not actual souls. Okay, that's a bit much for me right now. Yes. You know what? I have one thing based on that one guy who appeared here once during the DLC. I have in fact added yeah, I mean it's not anything bad, Zolga. Don't worry. It's a sort of thing that I wouldn't do myself. I won't use them, but I don't mind seeing them in other WODs. And I've actually not played pretty much any WODs with them. I guess Unloved had a couple, but I don't remember if I actually personally played Unloved or only so other people do. So I'm not used to them, and they are new for me, and thus kind of like more terrifying than they should be. But yeah, don't worry. But I did add. I think it should work actually. If you type the classic ! Discord, there should suddenly appear like a Streamlabs bot or Streamlabs, and it should say, hey, there's the link, or just give it a link. Yeah, there we go. So that works, which is nice. That's the only thing I added. So you can pillage that if you want. Oh, okay. Lex had explained raiding in a way that was not like obnoxiously ironic like I did. Thank you, Lexhead. Yeah, I guess a lot of people... Oh, right. Well, I went here for the things, but I don't know if I would have seen this being a hole now. Well, Hippocat, I have only upwards to grow. Mushrooms then. And there goes Mr. Whoopi again. I'm gonna notice that every time. So this... What was it? This is like infra, right? Green mushrooms and lots of corpses. I guess infra didn't have lots of corpses, but still. Oh, that's the exit. Cool. The leak. Not all secrets, interestingly enough. Where would there be... Where would there have been more secrets? The worm that gnaws in the night. Gnaws? Worms is kind of like... Go through, but that's a cool name. I prefer the Conqueror worm. Because I'm sophisticated like that, but... I guess it doesn't always fit. Okay, assuming that was one trick herself, I'm guessing this is Silent Hill 2 track... I mean Silent Hill 1 track 2. No name. is a worm that knows in the night. Hey, wait, so this was not an actual session? Hey, there's some freaking Duke Nukem 3D Commander style mancubus that doesn't actually know what to do with me, so I'm gonna... I don't think that's... Oh, ha! I don't think that's gonna hit that guy, so I'm just gonna continue being a cheap bastard. That guy is roughly within my verticality. Okay, he's done. Oh, in happy, interesting. I'll have to remember that there was talk about a worm. I'm very intrigued to find out what the hell sort of story there is. Because I did assume, as you remember, that there wouldn't be any real story, and it would be just like metaphors upon metaphors in an interesting way. But, you know, much as I wouldn't have minded that, I do appreciate that there might be something developing underneath all this imagery. So were these used? I wonder if these were also used in the Temple of the Lizardman, because I kinda remember them, but I don't know from where. I've only played like Temple of the Lizardman 2, I think, for a bit. I guess they must have been, because he would have just like put all the snakes and dragons and dinosaurs that he could find into that. It felt like that kind of mod. Not said in a disparaging way, of course, but just in a, hey, anything lizard themed goes. That was the vibe that I got. Yeah. So this looks like a tile from Sonic. And I just realized there's interesting gravity with the thing going on. A ledge crawling. Good thing this is not Mario 64, or this would have taken about like 5 hours. Actually, that might have been pointless because there's... Maybe the ledges are literally just decoration. Let me see. Is there anything anywhere? I don't think there's anything anywhere that I need to take the ledges to, so it's probably just decor. Yeah, all these platforms have elevators. With very... Makes me think of that zone that got cut out of Sonic 2. For some reason. I've seen like 2 screenshots of it in my life, but still. Anyway. Why is that glowing like? I guess it's the elevators that do that, okay. Oh. Ooh. I guess... Hello. Jesus. That was kind of close. I was a bit slow there, as you could have seen, but... Holy shit. Normally, I would hate this kind of ambush, but because I survived it, despite my slowness, I'm gonna give it a pass. Well, goodbye Mega Armor, but... Oh shit. Archies? But hello, normal armor that has been sitting here waiting to be noticed this whole time. Eh, there's our friend. The fucker. And those guys. I like how we put this asset here so that it would be annoying for me to stand, like, to do this. To kind of like discourage this approach. Which is smart, but not good enough. Shit! I'm not good enough. Okay, where was that thing that I didn't pick up? There it is. I'm seeing red! Dead people as well. And the Red Dead. Should I play Red Dead 2? I don't remember if I own it. Is it playable by now? Is it better than Cyberpunk? Ah. Okay. Hey, I've been here before. Right, red key. I have never thought anything about those filters apart from acknowledging they exist as much. I don't hate them. But I'm not gonna make fun of you for hating them. Just because I cannot think real quick enough of a way to do that. I mean, the thing that makes things look the ugliest are the goggles, I would say. The other two are... Actually, the green stuff, I don't remember about the red, but the green stuff lights things up so you see better. Almost. I don't mind the invulnerability white either, though what I do mind is when you have the thing from the original game, I think, where the sky does not get affected by that palette, and you see the sky with full color, and the white everything else. Now that is hideous, but so far I don't know if we'll ever see sky again. We might. We'll find out. Don't spoil it. I want to find out if we see sky again. I've never been good at doing the Revenant dance. By which I mean not like that kind of thing, but just going in and out so he never shoots and just tries to punch. I don't think I've ever done that successfully with any reliability. Oh hey, that's a slightly cartoony web. But it's better than the spider webs in TNT, so there's that. Honestly, this is like a million times better Egyptian level. And all of them have been. And the textures as well. Man, the ugliest thing in any of the commercially released Doom games are the custom textures in TNT. Because holy god, I'm gonna go get some health. Holy god, they are disgusting looking. I'm also wondering... Basically, I'm just looking forward to seeing, based on these levels, I want to see when things change up, what other things I'll see in this would end in happy then. Well, I mean, you know, graphics are old because it's an old game. And some of us... I don't have any sort of like monocle looking thing over here anywhere. Damn it! The most round thing I have is this tiny ass thingamajig that actually fits exactly over my webcam. But some of us appreciate old retro graphics. Yeah, that's my big point there, that I like them old graphics. Hi. Yeah! Run, run. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna leave them to have fun. Shit's happening. Shit's happening as always. I hate it when shit happens. But can't really get away from that. There's all sorts of shit spread out here. Oh, that was a bit of a waste. You know what they should have done in Doom? You know that text, picked up a medkit you really needed. They should have made picked up a medkit that you didn't really need, so why the fuck did you pick it up, you idiot? But they did not do that. Yeah, well... Okay, all things will change. That's good. Nothing wrong with what? Playing Fortnite or like liking retro graphics. Think carefully before you answer, because your fate depends on your answer to that question. Okay, vague and ambiguous answer. Smart. I'll let you off the hook right now. All right. So this kind of forces me to have the green suit. But yeah, I have... Maybe it's just nostalgia, because these were the graphics of games in my childhood. And I'm used to, you know, these graphics being in games back when games were still way more... I don't want to say still exciting, but way more exciting than they are right now, because I was just like wide-eyed wonder at everything that I've ever seen. And also, honestly, important as well, fuck me. An important aspect of why I like old graphics that it's just easier to fucking see things. You know? With modern or just highly detailed graphics. Oh, I should not be. Go away, you freaking sound maker. With modern graphics, it's often very challenging to see things in the environment that, you know, you should be on the lookout for. And so developers have to do like detective vision, Witcher vision, and all that kind of shit. Okay, so I'm guessing they're just gonna fight each other, or some of them will. I'm gonna encourage that. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm just not gonna shoot because I don't want to be picking up all these shell boxes when I have 98. Man, I should be taking lessons from people who can read chat and play. You know what? I'm gonna try. Hippo's banhammer finger was twitching. We just made it twitch harder. Oh, Dimension hard twitch. Also graphics. Yes, okay. I managed to not get stuck on anything and read everything. Aren't you proud of me? If you aren't, get the fuck out. Fuck! Gee, that was the dumbest direction for me to run. Just like, literally, in the... Kind of like that one bird that when it encounters you on like a forest trail, it likes to just run away from you in the direction you are going instead of flying or running sideways. That one bird. Trisaguska in Russian, I have no idea what it would be called in English. It just never came up. And I think it's named that because its tail shakes in a humorous way when it runs. But I might be wrong about that. So I think someone died here. Someone important died here. Oh no, this is poison. I hate poison. What if I... Eee! I probably will die. Yes, I did die. Wagtail, holy shit, that is pretty literal. Yeah, let's not... I hope by nice, you mean like ironically nice. Poison is the worst because you can be dead and not know it yet. Though I guess it introduces the element of, like, running for some medkit before you can die, but that just makes me think of, like, the rolling down HP meter in Earthbound. You know what? It could be interesting if FPS had a Earthbound style rolling HP meter. You know what I'm talking about? When you take damage, the meter does not immediately, or your parameter does not immediately become the decreased amount, but instead it like... Oh, that's Cthulhu. Instead it rolls down slowly and gradually, and while it does, you have a chance to heal your party member and survive the potentially fatal hit otherwise. For example, or, you know, you can end the battle. So there are enemies who explode and deal like 90,000 damage when they die. And if you... Well... If you mash and you were not almost dead, you just survive that and get a bit hurt. Okay, where's Cthulhu? Things went very differently this time around. I think last time Cthulhu escaped and got killed by the Mancubi. Now he's just, from the sounds of it, like, cannot decide where he is. You're right, that's poison. And I was Cthulhu with the body of a Hell Knight. You know what? That's probably not the best weapon. Also, he looks a bit cartoony, graphically. And I don't want to know what his projectile does. I bet I'm probably gonna fight more of them. Gameplay. I am so good at this game, you guys. Oh. Zolga, I bet you're thinking how much better it would have been if I had tried to fight Cthulhu while the Mancubi were still around. This feels like one of those fights where no matter what you do, like the beginning where everyone is around is the challenging part, and then shit. And then you just get stuck with having to clean up some annoying douchebag who's not difficult. I say that, and yet I still get hit by his shit, so I'm just gonna be smarter and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. But yeah, cheese is enjoyable. I like cheese. Both meanings apply. I like all kinds of cheese, so... So, I enjoyed that. Okay, Hazmati, see you shortly. Am I Shograth? Well, I mean, I don't think so. But he can't be the only one who enjoys cheese. He's too fabulous to be me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. This is slaughter by the River of Souls. What the... Okay, I'm still streaming, but Firefox just literally crashed. Quietly died. So I'm gonna relaunch it real quick. Restart Firefox. Give me a second. So if anyone posted anything in chat after the Sheograph question, I will not see it because I'm like reopening the stream page. Oh, I did. Yeah, I know the Elder Scrolls God. Okay, yeah. I guess I did act a bit confused, but okay. Chat back, screen back, everything back. I'm still streaming. Okay, good. I know him, though I don't think I've ever seen him in person in any of the games, but I know of him from videos and such. I don't really want to use my rockets. Maybe I should use this. The ammo for it is lying everywhere. So apparently, Zolge, your last message clarifying who Sheogorath was incurred someone's wrath and Mozilla got killed. Or I don't know. Weird things happen, but it just closed quietly, silently. Well, they are actually pretty fragile. This is probably the funnest weapon. Looking back at the rest of them to use against this particular crowd. Okay, cool. So all that happened, and I guess I have all the keys now. Oh, this is like Plutonia squared. Alright. Do I have anything to pilfer? I don't think so. I might have even picked up all the ammo boxes. I'm gonna see shit in all these bushes. Okay, yeah, let's just go into the Plutonia exit. But this sinkhole. Ah, things are different. We're not bamboozling. So this is a drastic change from descending into some Egyptian-like ruined catacomb temple. Ah. And I'm fairly sure that the whole from before the time of men thing has been abandoned a long time ago as well. Why are you scared for this one? What's wrong with it? Is it map 07? I don't think it's map 07 yet. Also, don't give me any hints in map 07 until I get stuck. I want to see what's so bad about it. And whether or not I actually notice. Also, wait, map 05, so it should be probably 04 and List, Sandhill 1, track 18. Unless it's 80 gun nuts. It sounds like more of a Sandhill 1 track, so... I guess it could have been looped a bit better without the fade in, fade out, but... Maybe that will, like, affect me psychologically in a way that works together with the intent behind this whole thing. Go away. Just felt like something dropped on my head. I guess it's just like hair twitching underneath the headphones. Okay. Any key? I like these swirlies. Okay. I see you like these, like, decorative things lining the walls and stuff. They haven't really been a problem so far, but I keep having a feeling that they might interfere with, like, some detail of my movement at some point and fuck me up. But maybe they won't. Maybe they're not significant enough for that kind of effect. Right. Maybe I should have assumed that there would be enemies on the opposite side. Nah. Was I falling... E. Was I falling down there, or was I just... I don't know why I'm bothering with this. I might as well. Okay. For the health. I see yellow. Ah, maybe I just literally just... This step down made me think that I was falling. That the floor was lowering under my feet, but it was not. Nice. Remember how I said I wasn't as big a fan of the SSG as some people? Sometimes I question myself. Also, like, just something about this reminds me of one of the Mysterious Sam maps that I was making. It looked completely different, but some, like, approach to the texture style and whatnot, particularly these, make me think of it. I think it's the one... I don't remember if Hippocat remembers, but it's the one where I placed my shitty-ass zombie models around the corner in, like, a maze and got spooked by it, got jump-scared by it myself when I forgot it was there. Ah, I see. Maybe that's the kind of sinkhole-ish thing, a little bit. Was there a spare box? Yes. Okay, before I descend any lifts... Well, sun is burning really hard over there. Before, I guess now I have to descend the lifts because I have already run out of other places to go. Does it lower anything else? No, only this. Hi! Right, I can bring some enemies here and kill them in smaller numbers. I always like doing that with lifts. Like that guy should be beneficial to fight here. 1-0 in a slightly more open looking area than the corridor down there could be, potentially. Right. I think at this point I should be fine. Everyone is dead! Suddenly this looks like some museum or something. Oh, wait. You can't not imitate a sound like that when you hear it. Oh. Okay. Was that not a secret either? I guess it was not. I guess a lot of the times when I keep assuming secrets, it's that good old cryptic progression. Fuck. Pillar. These pillars are precarious as all hell. But it seems to be over. Ah. Ah. I see. Okay. Now, where was there? There was... I remember. Don't tell me, I remember. I remember. But I will take out something strong. I wonder why these depressions in the walls are here. They must mean something. That was secret, okay. That secret was more obvious than the progression, but I guess that's kind of not wrong in some cases. Right, so blue was in the thing with the elevator. Right. Why am I wasting plasma? I was taking it out in case of archviles in close quarters, but... like this, okay. Porco Dio, Why? Why would I ever scream that? Oh. Oh, that guy was nearly dead already, okay. I'm handling myself surprisingly well. I guess it's not a very difficult WOD so far. But I'm surprised that the Archvile have not killed me yet. Have they? I don't think they have. I've died like once in map 02, I think. In the ruins of the one temple. Oh wait, I forgot Hippocat played a little bit of this. I thought it was a meme of some sort, a meme. Okay, if there's Porco Dio coming in, I'm gonna quick save. Now the better question is, where the hell was the blue door now? Was it perhaps that? Have I been there? Yes. Mike was, but Mike was not here. But Mike is. And you know, I've played some Mario games. I am practically Italian myself. No, that's more like Middle Eastern, but whatever. Suddenly there's Mike. There he is. Oh, that's why. I thought Hippocat was warning me of like some nasty happening in the WOD. Porco Dio! I don't know what it means. I hope it doesn't mean like I am dumb. But it sounds like it means like oh my pig or some shit. Which you'd think it came from like Mother 3. Oh goddamn, okay. Which one of that is Porco? Because I would have... I guess Dio is God, probably. Ah. Nasty. Ah! I feel not nice about that. Yes, Mike. That is correct. Now you've... Okay, I was probably not meant to pick that up. But now you've got camaraderie in a level that I can never dream of. Right, let's go through with it and step on this and die. Hello! Well, I'm gonna do the usual. I should not be here. Fuck off. There's a bifka. No, that was a mistake, I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe I will live. Doubtful, but... No, I live. I live! I think that, like, Cyber Demon Rocket just, like, shaved a millimeter of my nose. Okay, I want people to fight. I revel in chaos. Why won't you fight? I guess maybe it's time for me, because there is like a whole army's worth of supplies in here. Okay, that did not hit him. I barely like missed, but by some chance he dodged that shot. Did you see how fast he was? Okay, also nearly everyone is actually dead. Okay. The reason for do da do da 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 do da 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 do. What's the worst thing I can say? Oh well, faint or faint. Oh no, that's just faint. For a second I thought you mistyped and said it'll make them faint, which I think is some sort of like gambling term or something, or just like general conflict term. What ammo is there most of here? Bullets, but bullets are kind of boring to kill a Cyber Demon with. Ah shit, ah shizer. Anyway, good thing I'm not in Italy, so. Okay, no, there are some shells. Let's just. I'm gonna just get stuck on some shit and die to him after all this heroism. Oh, that was one of those that I did not really need. Get stunlock, bitch! Not really, but... There we go. Huh. Huh. Okay, so this looks sus, but... time to save. Oh no, now they're just gonna like get a room basically, guys. We're here to kill and be depressed apparently, or not depressed, I forget, this is not one of them depression games, it's be schizophrenic. We're not here to discuss being Italian. Oh, I thought it was the sound of a spider demon dying for some reason. Which guy? Mike? I suspected as much, honestly. By the way, Zolg, have you seen anything from Series M4? Because that has a whole bunch of levels in Italy. And, you know, always interesting to see what people think. Yeah. Well, that's a shame because Series M is great. I'm not gonna go on a tangent or anything, but it might be my more favorite FPS series than Doom. As much as that is a bit blasphemous to say. And Series M4 has around like Vatican and stuff. But yeah, Mecha Pope Mobile, old granny with a minigun or whatever she had, I forget. Basically some great stuff. But it has gone from Twitch, because I played it before I decided to archive on YouTube, so... Though I think you should have been following me at that time already, maybe? I don't remember if I contacted you before. No, maybe I talked to you after I did that. Maybe I did not talk to you immediately when like before I even started streaming. That was the first thing I streamed on Twitch. Season 4. I'll probably replay it at some point. I want to do like a marathon of all Series M games at some point, but that's only when I completely run out of ideas. Ah, that guy's who was making the sound. Open, bitch, open. Okay. Deep down I knew that was not gonna work out. Can he come out though? Yes, yes he can. Alright, fuck it. I'm taking it. Cheese? Yes, please. There we go. He's not actually that tough. He's like normal Mancubus level. No, Haiti I have not finished. Not even remotely. But each time before I stream Haiti, I need to do like some off-camera gameplay. Because my streams involve just exploring and dying and losing all my resources. And I want to increase the efficiency and the probability of me not getting stuck in an unwinnable situation. So between Hades streams I need to go and replay everything that I found during streams, but like perfectly. Ay. Why am I just running away every time? This is not difficult. Well, Mike, I've learned that apparently you wouldn't know a good game if it bit you in the dick. So it's no surprise that you don't recognize Haiti for the gameplay masterpiece that it is. Ah, fuck it, I'll take it. I've wasted so much. I don't mind wasting 8 more shells. I guess this needs to raise first. Let's see, I do have yellow. I don't have red. Let's write a children's book about how colors don't rhyme. That, you know, that makes sense. I always hesitate to call something a maze that has like, whatchamacallit, landmarks and ways to tell where you are in overall scheme, but I guess it's a labyrinthine design still. But you know, that's what I like, so I think we've had this exact exchange on the last or second to last stream as well. You know what? Let's start shooting. So anyways, I started launching rockets. I just noticed I'm like at max everything. So I can just let loose. Woo, 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 woo. Or cut loose, whatever the phrase is. Cut a jig, cut a rug. I don't know. So what did you write in the thread about where what gets difficult? Because, I mean, it's not that difficult, but it feels like it was trying to be really difficult. Yeah, also, everything is still up. I guess I need to go back. Also, by default, when I see you, I assume I'm talking to Zolge. This is 25 levels, Dvark. If, you know, the thread is to be believed. So not quite the megawatt it could have been, but also pretty lengthy. Gosh, mash, musha, shusha. Did I really just say like gosh? How lame is that? And so far nothing to be sorry about. It's better than, to me, like a WOD where an author just tries something interesting and something interesting comes out that's has unexpected things and not designed by like committee or a book is way more valuable and important than just some really neatly polished, high quality, just like designed, well designed WOD full of levels that you pretty much have like take one look at the screenshot and know exactly what it's going to be about. But yeah, I can understand which what Mike, what part was that? Because I don't, you know, timing Twitch. What was Mike protesting? Ah, mock was something. I don't remember what mock was. The one I played was DTSC, but I don't think that guy apologized at all because, and he, you know, he should not have because there was nothing to apologize for. I guess I can. I see. Okay. Okay, that was silly. I can understand the whole encounter thing because honestly, it takes a hot minute before you understand that just lots of monsters aren't actually that hard because you don't all like start out with the confidence to just run around like an idiot and let them all kill each other and you think it's difficult and you just put a bunch of monsters and, you know, that's how it starts. Okay. Reload animation, you mean of this gun? It's the only reload in this game that I know of, but yeah. That's the default Doom 2 double shotgun. Yeah, where the fuck was he this whole time? My whole life. Right, now comes an interesting question. What the hell did that button do? Don't tell me right away, I want to find out myself. I also want to see if there's any ammo I can pick up, but I probably don't need any because there's like shit tons everywhere. Well, yeah, also, coincidentally enough, as one gets better at planning difficult encounters, the encounters actually become harder. It's good to play kind of like a series of levels with that kind of progression from the author, because it means that I start out... Oh. I can start out sucking, and my level of being used again to Doom... Is that a temporary switch? Basically, I'm gonna practice and shake off the rust as your encounters get more challenging, hopefully, Zolge. Man, I'm talking like freaking Hugo 1 now. Just like adding the name of whoever I'm referring to at the very end. You know what? Have I actually... Yes, I have, but what was here? There was a thing, and so I'm guessing maybe something happened here now again after I pressed that switch. And the other switch. I don't remember... Some of these pillars seem to be lowering consistently, so the red one should go down. At some point. But I also see some weird shit up there. some kind of hole, but I don't think that's relevant until it becomes relevant. Okay, so apparently this was where the supercharge was. I guess I was not meant to pick it up after all. Also, Hippocat, do you really want to give Mike the compliment of implying he's skilled enough to fit a large penis in his mouth? It's probably some tiny, like, pencil style. Okay, so it's probably not here. This place is long abandoned and forgotten. Let's try the beginning area, because there's no reason not to. Or maybe like this room? Nah. I'll trust all of your messages right now. I will just trust that all of you are telling the truth. And by all I mean both, because I guess Hippocat was not actually making any sort of like potentially factual or not factual claim, but still. Okay, so I might be getting mildly confused, but that's literally just because I have not looked around enough to find what the... I've been here. I've been here twice. Right. But how do I escape again? Actually. Oh, okay. Right. Well, here comes the cryptic progression. Let's see if we can accidentally find whatever the hell. Or elevators. Elevators? Where there are doors. You're assuming I remember where the door was. That's yellow. That's red. Oh, right. Or not just... Ah! Not just one. You say not just two, as I've been seeing two. I've only seen one. I am not very observant. And I looked at things, but I guess I'm too stupid because I thought like these already existing annotations were lowering, but no, it's a different shape. Right, thanks. It's one of those things that probably would have just slipped my attention completely, and I would have spent a while, so yeah, that was an apt hint. That's a secret. Okay, that's not death, so that's not... That's why it's a secret, because it's timed, perhaps, like, so you lose your chance. I'm not a big fan of secrets that you lose your chance to get, but once again, just like that ambush with the everyone and the invulnerability, just because I got it, I will forgive it for now. Oh boy. I can already hear some Archvile movement. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that I will need this immediately. I don't need it. I don't need it immediately at all. Maybe now I go here and now, okay. Okay, I feel like I killed most of them at the very least. Yeah. Let's check, actually. Nothing else, I can probably get rid of whoever comes around here. Oh, they're just spawning in here. Oh. Or I can do this, I guess. You're welcome, Mike. It might help improve your brain function. Okay, shall we just dive in and telefrag some shit? Yes, I've telefragged one person, I think. Nice. This is gonna be my strategy from now on. Okay, we've developed cheese. Probably not really, but you know, just for the memes, I'm gonna do it just this one more time. Right, behind the yellow. Okay, I killed the pinky. Shit. Okay, that didn't reach me. Yeah, it was slightly dumb, but he died. Okay, hopefully those chain gunners hit that guy. I think they did. Ooh. Ah. Jeeps. Oh, oh, okay. I live. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, on the... living on the edge. Now this is by virtue of being apparently just like made with not enough understanding of how to make things difficult. It is in fact just difficult enough for me where I almost die but don't, which is like the ideal scenario for me to enjoy the difficulty of a Doom level. So it works out. Now just watch me die to fucking zombie man or some shit. Okay, no. Honestly, I could just leave at this point, but I'm gonna chain gun the rest of them because I feel like it. Yeah, that zombie man was a menace. He had to go. Ah. Ooh. Okay, I'm lucky that was one of those like ear hitting. What the fuck was I wanted to say? It's like I always say when a Revenant rocket does like 10 damage that it just kind of grazed my ear a little bit and did not actually hit me. What's not there, like encounter design? Or what do you mean? There's honestly like I enjoyed that fight because it was just like oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, kill the archviles, and then just like mildly challenging dodging stuff around here with plenty of obstacles but also plenty of monsters. I'm gonna leave that poor fool up there because he deserves what he got. And apparently there's like one Revenant up there. I guess that's maybe you get the teleport up there and you take the buffke. I'm gonna try to look for how to get it, but not too hard. Ah, well, I mean, shit. I was talking about some difference, so you should be faster on the reply there. And maybe, I don't know, hire some sort of rock climbing, urban climbing instructor and hang out outside my window so you can reply in real time. How about that? Banned, unmodded, unfollowed. Well, it's, you know, again, as I remember what it is like to play Doom, this level of difficulty is, I just like, I'm all for it, because it keeps me in some like scary situations, but without actually killing me and having me to okay, reload and try again. I always liked when the balance manages to be exactly like you almost die, but then you just survive by the skin of your pants, whatever the phrase is, and step into the fire, I guess. No, the phrase is by the skin of your teeth, which doesn't make much more sense than the pants. But there's also, I'm pretty sure there's some phrase about pants. Okay, I'm also fairly sure that there must be some shells somewhere. Like one box, maybe. Nah. I'm sure there's gonna be like 10 boxes in the next arena, but well, I guess that'll have to do. Oh, for some reason I just assumed it would be an exit, but no. Now, the interesting part here is trying to remember what the hell was closed. Oh, nice. What the hell else was closed anywhere that now could have opened. I'm just going to go ahead and check out this room again. Because why the hell not? Honestly, mercy killing is a hobby of mine, so I might as well. That's the skin teleporter once again, so okay. No new keys or anything, but we stepped on something in fire, and I guess this makes sense. It's something that would do something here. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the, like, bright maps. And it's kind of the same as, I think, what was happening to Mr. Cthulhu. Which, I think it makes them look a bit more cartoony than they should be. Because the bright map is just like all or nothing. Okay. I'm gonna be a good streamer and read chat as soon as this guy's done. Okay, he's done. Which hobby? The playing Doom, streaming. I mean, you're welcome to come hang out. We can go for a walk again, but I feel like the weather is pretty crap. What? What brought that on? Okay, I guess I'm not gonna have any shells anywhere. No, I remember what I said about you, like, hanging out outside my window and everything. But, just like the hobby. Which part of this is the hobby? The streaming or I guess the streaming? But I feel like no, I wasn't streaming when we were hanging out more. I was not streaming back then, I was recording videos. But still. Blood inside, that sounds normal. No. This was fun. I probably would have made it so that they could pass here because this was slightly like a... not cheese, but a bit of a cheap place to be with full... almost full... slightly higher than could have been defense against the Arachnotrons, but... I had fun in this room. Why? Because I didn't die, or what? Shit, I'm all out of rockets. Well, all the blood is inside. Also, this kind of sounds like Diablo 2 music, but I think in the... here, yeah, it's Eddie Gun Nuts. Does this sound as Eddie Gun Nuts? Maybe, I don't know. Although it seems easier when you don't pistol start. Basically, I mean, I don't know if you start. I don't care when people... Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I usually tend to always play continuous. Unless something is specifically stated about it, like, hey, this SWAT is just separate maps meant to be experienced on their own. If you said that you made them all with pistol start in mind, I think I would have started pistol starting, but now it's kind of too late to switch for me. I'm curious about how it plays with pistol start, because I would have had much less ammo and everything, and the whole aspect of like resource management probably would have been back. Ah, okay, well, I mean, I will, but yeah, I'll have a chance to be happy with happy. I got that with my teeth, just like God intended. No, my shotgun, you bitch! Why are there shit gunners not doing anything? Come on. Provoke. Right. Well, you know what? You guys have fun. I'm gonna finish this room. I am shooting really bad at this guy, but who cares? If you care, well, tough shit. This is a cool little cubby hole here. It reminds me of one scene in Event Horizon, I think. Nice. What do you do? Is he the same guy I already fought? Okay, he was kinda silly. I'm sorry if it feels bad when I cheese your stuff. But I'm a big cheese fan. I guess that technically what it's a kind of a blurry line between cheese and just efficiency in Doom, because of how simple the AI is in the gameplay overall and stuff. Well, you know, just in case. Jesus Christ, this room is massive. I think it would have looked slightly cooler if it was darker, to the extent where I could like almost not make out the walls and there was just like lights in some spots. But it is not necessary for every big room to be like that. Shit. I just like almost died from nothing. Yeah, let's go down here and see what the hell's going on. Let's commit to this. This reminds me of some rooms in the Hive of the Mantids, where it's just like a lot of circular pillars in a giant cavern that to jump down one by one. Oi, I wonder if I could have jumped there. I forget how the physics work, where, you know how in many like modern indie games, for example, or just in many games, 3D movement, where your momentum, you know, you hit a wall, for example, right? But the game still like pushes you forward, you just get stuck by the wall. But as soon as the wall ends, you start flying forward again. If like, you know, if you hit like a ceiling kind of thing. But I forget if in Doom, if like colliding with a wall actually kills your momentum or not. Basically, if I hold forward, will I drop into that, or will I just fall down, is what I'm asking, essentially. I would. Okay, so then I will not even try. With doors? What does this have to do with doors? Also... Okay. Mapu. This was a secret. Okay. Ah. Well, I'm around on everyone's heads, I guess. This is an interesting place to be in. I don't think I need that, but I heard like Icon of Sin or something. Okay, maybe they are slightly tougher than the snake guys. Honestly, doors. You mean where you have to like, as you run through the door? I think that's like you open it ahead of time, so like it doesn't stop you. Or do you mean that, or do you mean something different? Like where you have to time the opening as early as possible so that you like run more. Yeah. I watched Carl Jobs' video on E1M1 speedrunning. Well, that's not exactly the same though. That's like... I guess no, I guess it does it answer my question? I don't know. Because it's different when you're on the floor and when you're on like flying in air. Also, yeah, that's true, Hazmati. That's having to like map whatever to take your weapons away every time is not something anyone should be doing. I think there should be like a mod or like a little WOD out there somewhere for... I just realized all the blood thing is static. Maybe that'll change. But I'm pretty sure there is a WOD somewhere out there that... Oh, maybe that was not Icon of Sin. Maybe that's just in the music. That just makes it so every map always takes away all your weapons. I'm just gonna run down again for the shells. But yeah, what I was gonna say, it's kind of like on the floor when you're on ground. Usually by default, you know, you have traction of some kind and you slow down unless you're actively pressing forward. In the air, usually you maintain momentum. So the question is, I don't know what the question is, but the point is that it's a different case with that thing with the door, because you like are considered in a standing. Then again, no. Maybe that. It's difficult. You have to think about like how it's programmed. So, I guess technically, if you have like a run up speed programmed specifically so that you don't start just at full speed when you press run. That would mean that, you know, you could, on a door, you could start running ahead of time, and if it did not correct your momentum based on whether something was blocking you, you would start running at full speed when the door is up enough for you to pass. But since that thing is a thing, when the door is open, you like accelerate from 0. So yeah, I got there in the end. So yeah, that was a similar case. Anyway, let's see if this changes. Yeah, it does. Okay. Now what? That's slow. Okay, that's I'm just gonna mosey on out of here. Well, that's me burnt. Nah. Shabadabadoo. Well, there we go, my first touch-roll death, I think. Good thing I saved. Yeah, that thing. This'll work. I was not prepared for the second one. Actually, I think this is still faster. Hmm. Oh. Oh, right. Well, okay, I need to do it fast because my suit is gonna run out soon. Wherever the hell that place was. No! Teleports, go away. I'm assuming this here is like 3rd floor. Okay, there we go. I was expecting... Oh, he resurrects shit. Interesting. I was expecting there to be like something opening when I pick it up, so I wanted to approach from behind and like run out the door rapidly. You know what? I don't have to deal with that shit. I'm just gonna... Oh, there's more than one of you. How hurt are you? Let's find out. Slightly, like halfway hurt, I would say. And you? Even more. Nice. Cool. I thought this place was bluer, but maybe it was just like... I was so impressed by how blue those things were, and I was like, oh, holy shit, this is really blue. Anyway, okay, I got whatever the hell I got, like the pink key. Let's go into that room where I really didn't want to be. Oh, there's the pink thing. So this is... Ah, okay, let me catch up with chat a little bit. Ah, Cosmati thinks I'm interesting. How sad is that? Thank you, Cosmati. Ah, they are still here. How long have I been doing? Okay. I think, though I would have preferred to do like 10 levels. Oh no, wouldn't want that. I think... Unless, actually, this is map 06, so I'm guessing... When is the episode end, Zolge? How many levels after this one? Let's phrase the question that way. If this is map 06, then there's map 07 where I might get stuck or something. The 8 last episode, 7 is long. Okay. If 7 is long, then we'll see how long this takes me and decide whether I want, because I stream from like between 1 hour and 4, and my second to last theoretic stream was like 4.5. And now it's only 2:20. But this, I feel like when I stream for 4 hours, it begins showing after a while, where it's like kind of like just going through the motions. Though in Heretic it didn't really happen that much. After we finished our political bullshit with Hazmati, it kind of livened up. But I'm enjoying not only the WOD, but also the like dynamics of the stream with the author here and everything, so I don't want to drag individual sessions out too much. You know what, one minor just like ideological point here is I would not have put those lamps on those sector shapes that are lighting up. I would have put something neutral that does not like get cut to shit by the shape of the sector. I mean, it's already Hazmati, that stuff is already all on YouTube. The point was always that no one cares. So in the end, it just as you said, by the way, I was thinking that already, when you said that, but I guess I just because I finished Faithless, there was no sense in just like procrastinating with it. So I published all the expert streams like yesterday and gave them thumbnails, where I put slightly more effort into Haiti thumbnails than Faithless thumbnails, and you might be able to guess why. But yeah, basically I don't... Should I have been here? Maybe. Also just occurred to me I did not end up getting the BFG on the last map. Oh well. Oh, that's just fake. Cool. So I don't want to drag this out like to the point where it becomes tiresome. And I don't mind having more sessions of the same WOD or anything. Right, I could probably like land somewhere, right? No? I don't know, let's try. Maybe there. What? No. Hard to say. Well, let's run around and press shit. Maybe we'll find something. Okay, no, there's not. There's not lift. Okay, see, Hazamati. I think there is a chance that when you're done, I'm gonna be also done. But, you know. If I'm done by the time you're done, chances are also that this is the last level that we've seen, and I guess it's not gonna be like anything super new. So you want... Presumably won't have missed... Oh, you know what, I can probably... Yeah, these are also walkthrough. Cool. Well... Yes, well, music is Silent Hill. Most of it, apparently, so... Figures. I don't usually think of Silent Hill when I think of series with great music, but... that's a mistake on my part, because Silent Hill is a series with great music. But yeah... I'm happy that I managed to make you less into Lost in Vivo and slightly more into this than you started off being. Maybe it's just my insane skills that make this look easy, and I'm just coasting through at a good pace, and that's why. Yeah, I completely agree. The horror atmosphere, I mean, this is completely different from... Though, honestly, I feel like it could be an interesting way to look at this if I stopped looking at it as like psychological metaphors and started looking at it as just literal blunt old Doom 1-2 story where this is actually what the world became after the Hell invasion. Oh, there's a BFG, huh? That could be an interesting way to look at this WOD as well and at these levels. And honestly, in one way, in one way I think it would be even more interesting if this was just like implied to be 100% genuinely what was reality and not just like psychological stuff. But also, Zolga, I honestly think that you should just like make it available again. There is, trust me, far less deserving things out there. And the worst thing that's gonna happen is that someone who doesn't just like even tolerate anything remotely like experimental or non-standard is gonna give it like 2 or 3 stars on ID games. And who the fuck cares about that? But you know what, I'm not gonna just like fucking upload it against your wishes. But I would already, like at this stage, I can say that I would be happy and I would insist if you, like for you to upload, I would be happy if, and I would insist that you upload it or re-upload it or bring the links back. And I think it was probably not on ID Games, right? Because I don't know if you can delete it from there, but put it on ID Games and just like... Especially since like it's not like you can just create another thread about it, so it's not going to be bumping and getting people's attentions to something. But oh, okay, that maybe that was even a secret. So it's not like going to be like annoying people or something that you feel like they wouldn't be interested in. It will just be out there available for people, because I think there is enough here to see that is worth seeing, and it could be fun for people who are worse than normal at Doom like I am. Unless there's potentially like legal problems with using Soundhill music, but I don't think there should be because Unloved didn't give a shit. Okay. Hey, there's the blood. Okay, see you later, Kazumati. What the freaking fuck? Okay, maybe they're above. I'm not sure where they are. But apparently I'm aiming upwards, so that... Ah, okay. I see now. This is an interesting texture. It's like upside down fire. Also, it feels like it's maybe animated backwards or something, because it feels like it's going up still. On the midis? What? How? You sure? Well, I mean... Is Unloved published? Because I'm fairly sure there is a wide variety of WODs out there with non-MIDI music. I wonder what's contributing the most to file size. I would almost assume it would be music as well. And you could always try to convert the music to be lower. Ah, let's do... You know what? Is that restriction... Do you mean it's strictly a restriction on ID games? How the hell did Unloved get punished? Published, not punished. Maybe Unloved isn't on ID games. Oh boy. But if that's... I feel like... Dang, that's a shame. You cannot like preserve it on ID games. First shadows. Well, I guess I'll find out what you mean by that. But whatchamacallit, I would at least, like, in your place, I would at least upload it to something that does not need to be like re-uploaded, like something like Google Drive, I guess. I don't think things get deleted from Google Drive, but yeah, I think it's like, you know, just in case, I think it should just be still publicly available. I guess I'll carry the torch if, you know, if you vanish off the internet. Then again, then how would anyone know to contact me for it? I don't know. But, you know, this will be on YouTube. And hopefully, maybe, despite the algorithm hating me sometimes, maybe it will be search resultable. I am just saving in every loom, like a bitch. So I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna put a link, like I did not do it with Faithless. And I'm not gonna go back and do it. I guess Faithless would be easy, because I would need it for Faithless. But with this, I'm gonna put a link to the Doomworld thread in my video descriptions on YouTube. And I'm gonna write there that if you want to play this, you should ask the author for the file. And, you know... I would just, like, literally upload it onto my Google Drive and give it to people who ask, if anyone will ask. But I don't want to do something like that potentially against their wishes, so I'll leave the situation as it is right now and just, you know, inform people that this exists. Yeah, ask for defile. You only be defiled? This seems like the sort of what the author of which would defile you. Okay, plasma. That makes me think of the Diablo 1 expansion. Wasn't there some sort of defiler in there? You know what, I kind of feel like maybe I should go get some medkits. Okay, so here's the kind of guy who just disappears and then comes back at the worst moment just to attack you. Okay. Ah, maybe in StarCraft as well. But I'm pretty sure there was a defiler in the Doom? In Diablo 1 expansion, where they had like a hive dungeon and something else dungeon, like separately from the main dungeon. Apparently it's shit, but it always sounded interesting to me. I've never actually seen it myself. But I heard people say that it was not very good. And maybe not made by the same guys as made the original game. Though that doesn't always mean it's bad, but still. Well, I have beaten Diablo 2 once. And I've beaten Diablo 1 0 times. But I had a lot of literature on both. Well, when I say a lot of literature, I don't mean actually that much. But, you know, the manuals and the guidebook for Diablo 2. And like a full walkthrough kind of thing from a magazine of Diablo 1 with expansion. Which I think had monster lists and like quest lists. And magics, all the magic lists. And stuff like that. I really used to like, back in the day when magazines, instead of just like reviews, instead it had just like fucking walkthroughs of games written from a perspective of just like an excited player person. I'm gonna go and read some of those old magazines someday. Blizzard, honestly, I have not really cared about anything but the first two Diablo games that Blizzard's made. No Warcraft, no Starcraft, no godforsaken Overwatch or anything. I only like Diablo 1 and 2, and honestly, I'm one of those plebs that likes Diablo 2 more. But, you know, not to the point of arguing with anyone about the comparable quality of the games. Absolutely not. I just appreciate the environments in Diablo 2, and apparently to some people, I think they say that it doesn't feel quite as like dark as Diablo 1. But I've always felt that it did a good job at portraying just like the sinisterness in other environments than just like the typical medieval one. The sinisterity, the sinisternity. But I was always too afraid to play it because of how you can screw up your build and just like end up being a fucking useless piece of shit by the time you get to Diablo or even to that guy who like freezes you. Oh, Blackthorn, I should play that. Yeah, I've did they? Yeah, I guess Lost Vikings might be okay. I have nostalgia for Lost Vikings despite not playing it because I also saw like a bunch of screenshots of them from some magazine or somewhere. Must have been a magazine of some sort. But I just like the graphics in those screenshots back in the day. Like every screenshot from every new game was exciting. Okay, hello. Face. And here is the red. Okay, I see. Yeah, Warcraft, I have absolutely no shits to give about. Hi. I like watching videos about World of Warcraft. And that's it. And I keep thinking that I wouldn't mind playing like a classic, the Warcraft Classic, World of Warcraft Classic, just to explore the environments and like travel around on foot and see how like you journey from one location to the other and how it transitions between locations and that kind of stuff. And I like a few of the like concepts behind the story with all the emphasis on like the ancient gods and Lovecraftian stuff. But also a lot of it is ridiculous and dumb and I don't like it. Do you mean like modern versions of WoW? Or do you mean it from like the inception of World of Warcraft? It was bad. Because I feel like, from what I've heard, a lot of the things that changed are like cancer casual mobile gamer style changes. But like in the beginning it was a noble effort. Ah, oh wow, hi. Oh, I'm kinda low on shells. Well, you know, comparatively to how I could have been. And how I have been before. Okay, I'm building a set and blah blah blah. Well, I mean, apparently it was enough about like exploring. I don't know. I almost feel like I would almost play it. But the psychological barrier of having to pay every month, even though I pay every month for a bunch of stuff, including things I don't need, like the Avast antivirus, but I probably don't pay as much as I would for a World of Warcraft subscription. That was worth it. And also the aspect, I wish it was single player. I really don't care about like the whole community thing and finding friends to go through dungeons with and all that kind of stuff. I just want to experience the world and the atmosphere and that kind of stuff. That's what I am looking for in many games, and most of them. But RPGs as well. What with my first RPGs being Might and Magic and that not having really that deep like progression storyline or, you know, super involved gameplay. And deep role-playing choices or anything like that. Ah, makes sense. Well, Mike, again, like, not liking Resident Evil 7, preferring Yuri to Natsuki, and liking the social aspect of MMORPGs, it all fits together and does not surprise me. It all forms a picture that speaks volumes. I'm going for the red key, but where the hell am I going for the red key though? Why did I find myself here again? Because of this whole thing raised up. What I can do is I can do this to the absolutely no result whatsoever, but I did it, and I can say now that I did it. Oh, is it from whichever game where you ran away from her? Something new in this room, okay. Yeah, Mysterious is good. I kind of want to maybe like... maybe that. I wouldn't mind trying like fucking old classic version of EverQuest 1 or something. Because that looked like my style of graphics and everything else. Huh? Maybe not quite. Huh. Maybe I just walk there? Hey, I see that's a number 1. I just now realized it. No, that's too high. Maybe I just run up and just like press that in the air. Oh, didn't I? I feel like I've definitely shot enough. But let's try again. I feel like I'm definitely shooting at it. You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, okay, I saw a bullet puff up on the skull, and now I can hear something different, so okay. Oh boy. You know what? This for some reason reminds me a little bit of Dead Simple from Doom 2 in name only. Just a slightly like triangular room where new stuff happens and opens and stuff. Man, he does not give a shit about them. Okay, now he... Okay. I mean, she, first of all, how terrible of me. Now I'm gonna have, like... Good thing I'm not on Twitter. Because there would have been people like... we know she's a demon overlord that wants to kill everything. But that's no reason to misgender her. You know. Still, though. What is this again? Have I been here? That's a return. But it's also kind of a shortcut, I guess. Oh shit, I'm 4 shells. I sound like a freaking VTuber, like English. I'm 4 shells, thank you forever. Okay, this is the door. Let me see if there are any shells anywhere, possibly. Yeah, they're related. Well, Mike, I will send you a link to a playlist of manly badass hero playing a series of like RPG Maker Yandere games made by the same person. That might be interesting to you. I've played I've not played any of them, but I've seen him play through only like one of those. But there's a whole playlist because there's like this one author who keeps making the fucking RPG Maker Yandere themed games. Okay, I'm just gonna post it and add the both of you. Shells, yes. Ah, fuck it. I'm just gonna plasma the specters. No, I'm not gonna plasma the lost souls. That's a bit insulting even for me. This looks cool. This looks pretty cool down there because of the lighting and everything. Hey, Hazmati, we've not finished this map yet, so I guess you ate fast enough. We were talking about, like, Warcraft and shit. Oh, did I shoot that? I guess I must have accidentally shot that. Though this one closed when I shot it, and maybe that one just opens when you shoot it. Maybe that one's nothing. I don't know. Hi there. I'm gonna plasma you if you don't mind. I don't think he minded, or else he would have fought back harder. I have played World of Warcraft for like a week on a pirate server where nothing worked and there was no one. I always say this when, you know, I used to at least always say this when there was discussion beginning about MMORPGs, or World of Warcraft in particular. And I always say that I did that, and I've concluded soundly that World of Warcraft is crap. And I didn't like it, but, you know, that's ironically said. Yeah, I've gathered as much, but for me, the more important part was just walking around and looking at the world. And I kind of got that and I liked it, but then it got too difficult and I was like, okay, to look at more of the world I'll have to go through bullshit I don't want to go through. Well, Mike, maybe that's more of a blessing than a curse. Have you thought about it that way? I'm guessing this is the exit. Let's see. Or teleport to some crap. Oh. Oh. Maybe I... Huh. I feel like I'm meant to be able to fit through here, but I do not. Ah. Puzzle. I don't know why it just like that activated later. And I don't know why I guessed it, but I guessed it, so I feel smart. Whoosh. Yes, blood inside. Was in fact there was some blood inside. Close to dog. Heh. That's a good map to start next time on. Whoosh. Crap. Okay. Okay, that's going to be an intense beginning next time. So I think it's enough. 250 in order to just not, you know, get burnt out during a session. I'm gonna stop here and just finish whatever conversations we have in the chat, and you know. Also, Zolga, shall I... Because my schedule is all wobbly, and I always just like decide at the last possible moment when I'm streaming what. So, shall I... Yeah, you're answering my question there. And well, next one. So I'm gonna keep... If Dumbledore... If Doom World is not gonna die again, I'm gonna try PMing you each time I know that I'm gonna stream on such a day, and, you know... The time is pretty much always... the time when I started today, that's the time I pretty much always start every stream. But days vary. Friday and Saturday usually. Always, but then on weekdays, sometimes on Sundays. And of course I don't have a fixed schedule of when I do what. So I will in fact keep PMing you every time about new sessions of this. So hopefully you'll be hanging out every time because it's fun. And it makes me feel better to be giving positive feedback to the author directly. And not just, you know, saying, oh, this is cool. Maybe there is a chance that I was slightly like set up to like it more. Because last time on Faithless, both Hazmati and Hippocat were like, we tried the beginning of this and didn't really feel like playing the rest. And I was like, like, I'm gonna prove you wrong, you guys. I was interested in this for a year and more. And there's no way I would have been interested in something that was not worth it. I'm gonna prove you all wrong. It's gonna be great. And I hope that did not, like, give me overly pink glasses, shades or anything. But I have definitely enjoyed this, and it felt atmospheric despite the whole, like, streaming experience and talking to the author and to other people in chat and all that funky stuff. It still felt, like, immersive and atmospheric on a level, like... Just reminds me that streaming does not actually impede getting immersed in a game. It just puts a barrier up that, like... weekly immersive games don't really break through, but ones that are good enough, they stay that way even when I stream. So this is just, you know what, it's like hard mode, but not for the gameplay challenge, but for the immersion challenge. So I'm gonna keep streaming stuff. Yeah, I can, Hazmati, I have strong opinions on things, but with this one I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's interesting and it's cool. And it's fun because I suck at Doom. And because of that, it's challenging enough to where I don't, like, I get frustrated with it. We'll see. I'm looking forward to the rest of this and then Happy. But again, I'm probably going to have a pause between this and Happy just so, like, I break up the stuff a little bit more in my stuff. But, you know, it's all going to end up on YouTube and then Sun is going to cool down and die. And the molecules in the cosmos and the universe are going to spread apart too far for us to function. And then we won't be able to care about our legacy anymore. So in the end, nothing really matters. See you next time.